Well, I started my healing out of the shadows, and this sexual integrity counselor we had, he wouldn't even let me go home from the first meeting that Vicky and I went to. He put me in a group immediately. I was just amazed at these 7 guys that were talking about this stuff, and I didn't realize that it was something that they wrote about in books. So it was pretty eye-opening. And then, I'm doing all this recovery work in the workbook, and my counselor suggests that I go to SAA meetings. And the very first meeting I went to, it's a bit challenging because it's co-ed, see. And that was okay. It gives you a chance to practice what you're learning.
Yeah.
But this girl, at the very first meeting I went to, she was getting her 1-year chip. I couldn't believe that it was even possible.
Huh.
I was so encouraged I wanted that. So I started the process, and I went to like 3 meetings a week.
Wow.
Plus a out of the shadows training too.
And your men's group.
And the men's group.
And Celebrate Recovery.
And Celebrate Recovery.
Yeah, right. Just throw it all at it. See what happens. Yeah.
Yes.
And we ran a business 60, 80 hours a week. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I can imagine though, with something we've talked about, Dr. Ted talks about this being like, it has to be a top shelf priority. This has to be something that you put so much time to. But if you're running a business together and you're running 80 hours a week, like that's hard. I can imagine that was also a hurdle in pursuing it. Is that right?
Yeah, it was. But, I knew that I wanted this, whether or not my wife was going to stay with me or not. I wanted to be healthy. I liked the idea of what possibility of being free.
Yeah.
That's what I desired.
So there's kind of a part to that story. When we started seeing the CSAT, that really was the Christian CSAT that was big help for us 20-some years ago. He said that John needed to do a 90-day sexual fast, and it was really upsetting to John. And I was kind of feeling relieved about it.
Yeah, right.
I hear it still from women. So we started that fast, and during the fast, as we were getting ready to end it, God just gave me a intuition. I just said, there's more you need to tell me. Because at that point, I didn't know that there were other people involved. So he told me, but he still tried to minimize.
Yeah.
Just blew me out of the water. I really couldn't believe it, what I was hearing. Counselor was fooled. He didn't realize. So I was leaving. I stayed in the house because we had a daughter getting married in 4 months, and I didn't want to hurt her wedding or ruin anything for her. So they didn't know. And but he was doing all those things he was saying he just told you about, and I was seeing change. I didn't think I wanted to stay anyway, but I was there. So I saw I didn't just hear about it. I was seeing all the things he was doing. I was seeing change. At the end of the 4 months when my daughter got married, I'm like, do I want to leave yet? Because maybe I might like this new guy. I'm not sure I'm not sure I can love him again, because he really blew our marriage out of the water.
Me, yeah.
Totally.
And so the part that some people have trouble with, but I think it's healthy for people to hear, our 90-day sexual fast turned into a 2-year sexual fast. Because I said, I'm not getting back into a relationship sexually until I know I'm staying.
Wow.
And it took 2 years for us to really get it turned around to the point where
2 years, 3 months.
To be specific.
But who's counting?
That's amazing.